Hello and welcome to Education Vision. My name is Hamza and I'm a Pearson certified trainer. I'm going to be talking about today one of the most challenging tasks and important tasks as well, which is fill in the blanks, reading and writing. Fill in the blanks, reading and writing is basically considered to be a very challenging task, but if you ask me personally, it can be one of the easiest tasks that you do. It's all about how you prepare and how well you are prepared for the exam. So without any further ado, let's have a look at the scoring of fill in the blanks, reading and writing. So reading and writing receives a partial score because the score goes to the reading section as well as the writing section. So this question is not just important for reading, but also for writing section as well. 1 mark for each blank correct and 0 for if you do not get it correct. So there is no negative scoring over here. Let's have a look at the interface of fill in the blanks, reading and writing. These blanks are also known as drop down blanks. Now there is a passage which is given to us and every blank has a drop down menu of its own of the respective options that it has. And we have to choose the answers from these options which are given to us. This task is basically a test of your vocabulary and collocations as well. What are collocations? How do we prepare for them? How do we become perfect at them? Now is the time that we're going to talk about the strategies, the tips and tricks. So if we have a look at fill in the blanks, reading and writing. So fill in the blanks, reading and writing, basically these are 5 to 6 passages that we get in the exam. 15 marks we get for reading and 15 for writing. So it means realistically, if I get 1 blank correct, I have got 1 mark for reading and 1 mark for writing as well. And if I get 1 blank wrong, I do not receive a score for reading as well as for writing. Now, if you look at the scoring that it's given to reading and writing sections, these are very important. 15 to 30 marks to reading and the same amount of score to writing. These number of questions and the number of blanks within these questions determine the actual scoring. So this is just a rough estimate I'm telling you. There is no fixed amount that I can say, okay, so much score will go to reading and so much to writing. These are called drop down, as we earlier even saw that every option, it has a drop down menu. And the size of the passages is normally a maximum of 600 words, which is a very huge amount of words which are written. And we use the knowledge of collocations to solve these blanks. Now, what are collocations? Collocations are basically expressions that we use verbally, and in writing, we use collocations to express our ideas much better. So collocations are basically a group of words which has been predefined for us. These are just like your maths formulas which are already given to you. You have to just familiarize yourself with them. For example, blonde hair, yellow hair. We never say this person has yellow hair. We always say blonde hair. Strong tea, powerful tea. Now, strong and powerful technically are both what? Synonyms. But whenever we are having a headache, we always say, can I have a cup of strong tea, not powerful tea? So strong tea is basically the correct collocation. Have a bath, take a bath. 2 expressions, but have a bath is correctly used in our writing and in speaking. Point number 8 is just your tip, how you can prepare for this and attempt the question in the exam, that never read the whole passage, only read the sentence which contains the blank or 1 sentence before and 1 after it to get the whole meaning of that sentence. If you read the whole passage and then you read the whole passage, this is going to be very time consuming, because here we are spending only 3 minutes per question to attempt each question over here. So let's have a look at the questions once again. Now, before I read this or explain this passage to you, you can write down one more very important strategy over here. When you see extremely difficult words, simply delete those words from the option. For example, if I look at this question and if I look at these options, the first option is exonerate, ameliorate, investigate, and considerate. Exonerate, ameliorate, considerate, I have no idea what these words are, so I will simply reject them as my possible answer, and I will just choose investigate. Now again, this is not to be applied for every single blank, and you're even rejecting the simple words. Don't abuse this method that I've taught you. Only those words which are actually out of this word. Now, if we come to this question, the Eiffel Tower was the tallest building in the world when it was completed in 1889. It was built for the World's Fair to dash that iron could be as strong as stone while being infinitely lighter. When you're reading that sentence, if you observe, I did already open the box of options. Now it becomes a bit easier. It was built for the World's Fair to dash, demonstrate, implicate, suggest, or insinuate. Demonstrate that iron could be as strong as stone. Now what I'll do, I will move to the next blank and read that sentence. So first I will open the options. Called the father of the skyscraper, the home insurance building dash in Chicago in 1885 and demolished in 1931 was 138 feet tall and 10 stories. Now, father of skyscraper, it was demolished and then it was made. So, renovated, no. Because it's saying it was demolished. Devised, no. Not invented. Invented is used in terms of a scientific creation, so it would be constructed. Next blank, I will open the blanks again. It was the first building to effectively employ a supporting dash of steel beams and columns, allowing it to have many more windows than traditional masonry structures. So, ceiling, skeleton, engine, concrete. It was the first building to effectively employ a supporting ceiling of steel. And in this paragraph, the last blank where I did choose investigate, again, the reason of choosing it was because exonerate, ameliorate, considerate were absolutely out of this understanding. Now the next blank, let us read it. In 1929, auto tycoon Walter Chrysler took part in an intense race with the Bank of Manhattan Trust Company to build the world's tallest skyscraper. Just when it looked like that the bank had captured the dash title, workers at the Chrysler building jacked a thin spire hidden inside the building through the top of the roof, subsequently losing the title 4 months later to the Empire State Building. So they had captured a title. Informal title? No. Meaningless title? No. Royal? No. Coveted? No. So what is the context over here? Title is normally taken with royal, but over here we are talking about the title of a competition. So this is an informal title. Now to prepare for your blanks, for your vocabulary, for your collocations, let us see what is the most effective way to prepare for them. And for there, you have to log into the Education Vision student dashboard. And the third option on your left, you see vocabulary books free. And over here we have collocations and vocabulary for academic English collocation. These prepare your vocabulary as well as your collocations as well. So if you do these files properly, and you make notes of the new vocabulary collocations that you're coming through and go through them every day, you will never ever have problems in preparing for fill in the blanks, reading and writing. So this is the most important thing and the steps that you should follow. Remember one rule for fill in the blanks reading or reading and writing. Students face a problem because remember, English for me even and for most of you is not going to be your first language that you are learning. So a lot of words that we think that because we get through the day, we know English. That's not the case. Even our mother tongue that we are speaking since childhood, we also don't know all the expressions and all the words over there. So never ever get scared or afraid from working hard, because these exercises, these books that I have, these are not worth thousands of pages. These are very small books, very concise. And if you have your time properly allocated, it wouldn't take you more than probably 2 or 3 days to become perfect at this. And when you become perfect at this, you know fill in the blanks, reading and writing. Now you have prepared them to the best of your ability. Hopefully this lecture was useful. Thank you.